Let me tell you something nobody else will. You are being measured right now. Every room you enter, every conversation you have, every moment of silence. Someone is calculating your worth. This is not cruelty. This is reality. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you stop being a pawn and start becoming a king. Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. The world does not reward good intentions. It rewards value. Cold, undeniable, irreplaceable value. You are either an asset or you are invisible. You are either necessary or you are forgotten. There is no middle ground. So here is your choice. Keep living blind, hoping people will see your potential, or wake up, sharpen yourself into something they cannot ignore, and learn the ancient art of becoming untouchable. This is your beginning. The harsh truth about your worth. Here is a truth that will sting. Nobody cares about your struggles. Nobody owes you recognition. The world is not your mother. It will not hold you, comfort you, or celebrate you simply for existing. Your worth is not determined by your feelings, your dreams, or your years of quiet effort. Your worth is determined by one thing only: what you bring to the table that others cannot easily replace. This is the harsh mathematics of power. Machiavelli wrote that men judge by appearances. They see results, not intentions. They see strength, not potential. You may have a heart of gold, but if you cannot demonstrate value, you are invisible. And invisible men do not rise. They do not command respect. They do not build legacies. They simply fade into the crowd, wondering why life passed them by. Stop asking yourself what you deserve. Start asking what you offer. This is not pessimism. This is clarity. The moment you understand that your value is a product, something you build, refine, and present strategically, everything changes. You stop begging for attention. You start commanding it. You stop chasing opportunities. They start finding you. This is the difference between the desperate and the dominant. The desperate hope to be chosen. The dominant make themselves impossible to overlook. So audit yourself with brutal honesty. What skills do you possess that others need? What knowledge do you hold that solves real problems? What presence do you carry that makes people pause when you speak? If you cannot answer these questions, you have work to do. Not tomorrow, not next month, now. Because every day you remain average is a day you hand power to someone hungrier than you. And trust me, they are always hungry. Scarcity. The first law of power. Diamonds are not valuable because they are beautiful. They are valuable because they are rare. Gold does not command reverence because it shines. It commands reverence because it cannot be easily found. This is the first law of power that most men never learn. Scarcity creates value. Abundance destroys it. If you are always available, always eager, always saying yes, you have made yourself common, and common things are treated as disposable. Machiavelli knew that princes who gave too freely lost the respect of their subjects. The same applies to you. When you pour yourself out without strategy, you drain your own worth. You become the person people call only when convenient. The backup plan, the safe option, never the first choice. Learn to withdraw. Learn to be selective with your time, your energy, and your presence. This is not about playing games. This is about understanding human psychology at its core. People want what they cannot easily have. They chase what moves away. They obsess over what remains mysterious. When you make yourself scarce, you trigger something primal in others. Suddenly, your attention becomes a prize. Your approval becomes currency. Your absence creates a vacuum that others rush to fill. This is power without force. Influence without manipulation. Start practicing today. Do not answer every message instantly. Do not attend every invitation desperately. Do not explain yourself to everyone who asks. Let them wonder. Let them wait. Let them realize that your time is not infinite and access to you must be earned. The man who is everywhere is valued nowhere, but the man who appears strategically, who speaks selectively, who moves with intention, that man becomes magnetic. That man becomes untouchable. Be rare, be necessary, be impossible to replace. Silence as a weapon. Weak men talk to fill silence. Powerful men use silence to fill rooms. There is an ancient truth that the loudest voice rarely holds the most power. It is the quiet one in the corner, watching, calculating, observing. That is the one you should fear. Machiavelli understood that words are weapons, but silence is a fortress. When you speak less, you reveal less. When you reveal less, you become harder to predict. And the man who cannot be predicted cannot be controlled. This is the psychology of dominance that most will never grasp. They babble their insecurities into the open. They confess their plans to anyone who listens. They hand their enemies a map to their weaknesses. Do not be this fool. Master the art of restraint. When someone insults you, do not react immediately. Let the silence stretch. Watch them squirm in the discomfort they created. When someone asks your opinion, pause before answering. Let them lean in. Let them wait for your words like water in a desert. This is controlled presence. This is psychological weight. You are training the world to treat your words as rare and therefore valuable. Every syllable you speak should be intentional. Every sentence should serve a purpose. Anything less is leakage. Anything less is weakness dressed as friendliness. Silence also protects you from your own emotions. Anger wants you to explode. Fear wants you to over-explain. Ego wants you to prove yourself. But the disciplined man lets none of these masters control his tongue. He breathes. He observes. He responds only when the moment serves him. This is not coldness. This is strategy. The world will test you with noise, chaos, and provocation. Your silence will be your shield. Your words, when they finally come, will be your sword. B. Competence over charisma. Charisma fades. Competence compounds. Too many men chase likability when they should be chasing mastery. They want to be charming at parties when they should be dangerous in boardrooms. Listen carefully. The world is filled with smooth talkers who crumble under pressure. It is filled with smiling faces that deliver nothing of substance. These men are forgotten the moment they leave the room. But the man who can solve problems, who can deliver results, who can do what others cannot, that man is remembered. That man is sought after. That man writes his own terms. Machiavelli advised princes to be both loved and feared. But if you must choose, choose fear. In modern terms, this means choose respect over affection. Choose results over rapport. Competence earns respect that charisma alone never will. So stop polishing your personality and start sharpening your skills. Become so good at something that your presence becomes non-negotiable. This is the ultimate leverage. When you possess knowledge others need, you are no longer asking for opportunities. You are granting them. When you can execute at a level others cannot reach, you stop competing and start dictating. This requires sacrifice. It requires hours of invisible work that nobody applauds. It requires choosing discipline over distraction 1,000 times. But this is the price of power. Every master was once a disaster. Every expert was once ignorant. The difference is they kept going when others quit. Identify one skill that the world rewards handsomely, then pursue it with obsessive focus. Read everything, practice relentlessly, fail repeatedly, refine ruthlessly. Let others waste years being moderately good at many things. You will become exceptional at one thing, and that single edge will cut through every door that remains closed to average men. Emotional detachment. Your emotions are not your friends, they are tools. And like any tool, they must be controlled by the hand that wields them, not the other way around. Most men are slaves to their feelings. Anger hijacks their tongues. Fear paralyzes their decisions. Excitement makes them reveal too much too soon. These men are open books, easily read, easily manipulated, easily destroyed. Machiavelli observed that men who cannot govern themselves will always be governed by others. This is the cold truth of power. The moment you react emotionally, you hand control to whoever provoked you. The moment you show desperation, you announce your weakness to every predator watching. Emotional detachment is not about becoming a robot. It is about becoming the master of your inner world. Train yourself to pause before reacting. When anger rises, breathe. When fear whispers, observe it without obeying. When someone tries to provoke you, smile internally, knowing they have already lost. Your face should reveal nothing. Your voice should remain steady. Your body should project calm authority even when storms rage inside. This is the mask of power. This is how kings behave while lesser men crumble. People will test you constantly. They will insult you to see if you break. They will flatter you to see if you soften. They will create chaos to see if you panic. Pass these tests by remaining unmoved. Detachment also means releasing outcomes. Work with intensity, but do not cling to results with desperation. The man who needs a specific outcome becomes controllable through that need. The man who can walk away from anything fears nothing. This is freedom. This is power. Feel everything, but let nothing control you. Be water, calm on the surface, deep beyond measure, and impossible to grasp. Strategic relationships. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is not motivational fluff. This is strategic reality. Your circle either elevates you or buries you. There is no neutral ground. Machiavelli spent pages analyzing alliances, betrayals, and the nature of loyalty among men. He understood that relationships are transactions wrapped in emotion. This sounds harsh, but denying it does not make it untrue. Every person in your life is either an asset, a liability, or irrelevant. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you stop bleeding energy into connections that return nothing. Look around you. Who drains you? Who doubts you? Who secretly celebrates your failures? These people are anchors disguised as companions. Cut them loose or watch them drag you to the bottom. But this is only half the equation. Strategic relationships are not just about removing the wrong people. They are about attracting and cultivating the right ones. Seek those who are ahead of you. Seek those who challenge your thinking and expand your vision. Seek those who operate with ambition, discipline, and hunger. These alliances sharpen you. Iron sharpens iron. Mediocrity dulls everything it touches. Position yourself near power, near excellence, near momentum. Proximity alone will teach you what books cannot. However, never enter these relationships as a beggar. Bring value before you ask for anything. Be useful before you seek to benefit. The powerful do not keep parasites in their circle. They keep allies. Make yourself an ally worth keeping. Understand also that loyalty is rarer than gold. Most men are loyal only to their own interests. This is not cynicism. This is observation. Do not hate them for it. Simply factor it into your calculations. Trust must be earned through time and tested through pressure. Give it slowly. Withdraw it swiftly when violated. Protect your inner circle with ferocity, but never let sentimentality blind you to betrayal. Even old friends can become new enemies when circumstances